Hello Dicers, my dream chasers. Welcome back to Dice Decides. So I got a fun little topic for you guys. Why do you avoid growth? And I mean, I don't know you. I don't know what you avoid or not, but I think this is a thing that applies to us all. It's just easy and convenient to just avoid any sort of personal or any kind of growth. And why is that? Why do we avoid becoming better, growing as a person? Well, if you take like working out, for example, to grow a muscle, you have to go through a lot of pain. So it's natural to not really want to work out, because why would you inflict pain on yourself, you know? And I think that is a natural mindset to have. Like you don't want pain, so you try to avoid pain. But the thing is, we don't realize that in order to grow, there has to be pain. It sort of goes hand in hand. Just the same way you can't have light without dark. They're sort of intertwined. So I think the core reason of us not wanting to grow as people, like change our personalities, is because we are attached to our ego, our identity. We're attached to who we are. And if we try to become something else, where we can't identify with, being the same person anymore, it's sort of like, a death experience, because you're becoming a different person. So it's sort of like dying in a way, except you're not dead, but you're just transforming. And I think it's very natural to just try to avoid it, basically. No one wants to die. Not physically and not mentally. Well, I don't know if mentally is the right word, but like, just have your personality die. And I don't think it's good to look at it that way, because we might not realize it, but we are always changing anyway. Even in like the slightest things. We might learn a new word and use that, and that's a change. You might not think of that as a change, but that's a change. And so you've already died. So we're technically dying every second, so I feel like we need to get used to this thought of having our identity die pretty often, because that's the only way to grow. It's to leave our old self behind. And if I look back to like 10 years ago, sure, that's still me. I mean, I know that's me, but there's so many things I wouldn't do now that I did back then. So many things I wouldn't say now that I said back then. And I just interact with life completely differently. And so, in a sense, I am a different person. So it's kind of hard to draw the line, but you're changing all the time. So I think we should embrace change and embrace personal growth to become even better than we are right now. I think that should be on everyone's agenda. That shouldn't be something we fear, something we try to avoid, because it's it's good. I mean, we should recognize that it's for the best. It's in our best interest. I mean, who doesn't want to become a better person? Or just better in anything you're interested in, anything you're passionate about, if you become really good at something and you look, say, a year back to when you started trying to get better at it, you won't feel like the same person because you have completely different abilities. So it's okay. It's okay to leave your old identity and transform into something better. I think we're all in this process of transformation anyway. It's just that most people don't embrace it. So their change is it's on a very small scale. And they're sort of stuck in that range, in that scale, and they feel like they're the same person when they have changed a bit anyway, but it's close enough to where they feel, they feel safe, they feel good, but it's not good in the long run. Like, you're not growing as a person. There's so many things you could change. I don't think anyone is ever perfect anyway. Everyone has the potential to grow at something. There's never a finish line for any person because this universe is infinite. So you can't reach infinity. So good luck trying, though. It's fun trying because it's interesting to compare yourself to your old self and see where you've come, see your thought pattern change completely and just the things you do. And yeah, so I encourage everyone to embrace change because you're already changing anyway, and we have to embrace pain. I've noticed that pain is something that should be sought after, not avoided. I mean, you don't need unnecessary pain, like if you take like slapping yourself as an example. You shouldn't do that. That's a wrong pain. So what kind of pain am I talking about? Pain that's connected to growth. It's a very specific thing. So some sort of pain that's connected to, say, like a fear you have that you know other people have overcome, but you don't know how to overcome it. Well, the answer to that question is just to do it. Whatever that is, whether it's public speaking, you don't even have to speak to a public right away. Try just speaking to a camera. You don't even have to upload it. If you don't like it, you can delete it. I suggest not deleting it, just keep it for yourself at least. And so if you keep practicing, you can see how far you've come. But yeah, just take small steps, whatever that means. If you want to start surfing, for example, pick up a surfboard and start surfing. I mean, most things in life are pretty simple and obvious, but we like to create these stories in our heads. It's like, oh no, I can't do that, and my balance is bad. All these stories we tell ourselves to where it helps us stay in our bubble, stay in our known identity that we've grown accustomed to, and we're like, yeah, I'm safe here, okay, I like it here, and I don't want to go anywhere. Well, it's not a happy place, is it? When you really think about it, it's not. You're just in this safe, comfortable zone. That's what people call it, the comfort zone. But is it that comfortable? Really? Is it really? Is it comfortable to not expand? Is it? In my opinion, it's not comfortable at all. So it's just a mind shift that you have to do to overcome your limiting beliefs and grow as a person. Embrace pain, embrace discomfort. I like to think of cold water as an example, like immerse yourself in like a cold river. I don't often do this, so who am I to talk, but I've done this in the past, and whenever you do it, ooh, it's the best kind of discomfort, because you don't have to be there long. You dip in and you get out and you just get such an adrenaline rush. It's because oftentimes, same with cold showers, your mind can be like, I don't want to do this is uncomfortable, maybe I shouldn't. And I suppose a lot of people convince themselves not to do it. I don't take cold showers either, so I'm one of those. But at some point I want to get back into it because I know how good it feels. Actually, we went to a swimming pool not too long ago, and there was this bucket hanging that was always filled with like this freezing water, and you could pull down a rope and have the bucket like spill the water all on you. And I did that, and ooh, feels so good. So seek discomfort, guys, because it grows you. I did that bucket a few times. The first time I didn't even want to do it, but I sort of forced myself into it. And after the first time, I was like, yes! I went in the pool, I came back, did it again, and every time I did it, it just felt greater and greater, and eventually I just became accustomed to it, and it's like, well, this doesn't even give me adrenaline that much anymore. So you expand your comfort zone. Suddenly you are comfortable with cold water, and that's how you grow. That's how you grow as a person. Throw yourself into the things you are afraid of doing. Things that will grow you, not things that will kill you, obviously. Be smart, guys. But yeah, go into uncomfortable situations you know are gonna grow you to where you're gonna do new things in life. That's what I mean by growth. Becoming a different person. Quite literally, you're doing new things. You don't identify with the person you were before you expanded. Does that make sense? You just do different things. And yeah, it's easier said than done, of course. So main tip for all of what I've said is action. Okay? If you want one word, action. Okay, I like simple words because it's often easy to get lost in the theory of it all, but one word, action. Do things. And how do you do things? That's also hard. It's hard to actually make yourself take action on something. But you have to want it enough, I suppose. It has to build up from within. But ultimately, even if that means sort of forcing yourself, do it. Whatever that means, any sort of way you can grow as a person, just try implementing some action. Even if it's just small steps. Even if it's just something like writing in your journal about the things you want to do, and eventually you build up enough courage to actually take action on those things. So if it's hard to take action, just do simple things. Yeah, like the journal. So yeah, that's a lot of tips. So yeah, the main two takeaways I want you to have from this video is embrace pain and take action. And that way you can grow into a new person. Hopefully a better one, but better is subjective, but you gotta visualize sort of what sort of person do you want to become. It can seem like a very abstract thing, but I've been thinking about that myself lately, and it's not easy. It's not easy. You can start listing values you have, like honesty and intelligence, whatever. You can add tons of values and just see what sort of things you want to bring into your life. What sort of things do you appreciate about a person? And try to move towards that. Try to become something that's just so expanded from who you used to be. Because I think the comfort zone is your enemy, and it's not really comfortable if you think about it. So yeah, that's it for this one. Hope you guys enjoyed, hope this helped in any way, and yeah, as always, I appreciate a like, and that's it for me, so peace out. Pranked! Of course I'm gonna do my outro. Remember to gently tap that like button, ring that bell so you don't miss an upload. And thanks for watching, guys. Hope you have a fantastic rest of your day, and I will see you next time.